Okay, so here we are with another recording. It's a matchup that's seen a few times now on this channel, French versus British. I think British, both civilizations have played quite a lot, so it's quite a common matchup. Now, I really wanted to go over this one because I think there's a lot I can improve on, and I just completely, well, I don't want to spoil the game. It's a bit of a difficult one when you're analysing your situations. Let's see what happens. Let's not spoil anything. However, regardless of what happens, I want to improve on how I play. So let's see how that goes. Now, one of the first things that I'm quite, I guess, questioning myself on is whether I should be hunting right at the start or whether I should send all my guys to food crates. I'm experimenting with both. I want to see which yields better results. I think sending everyone to food has got to be the better option. However, I'm just very conscious that after sort of the 10 seconds grace period at the start, the hunts can move away. I guess that's not much of a problem as long as I maintain that properly. You know, get everyone on the food crates, move the villagers a little bit behind, and shoot towards my town centre. I'm getting better at managing hunts, but I'm still not perfect. So that's fine. So I gathered recently that rushing people just tends to work, generally speaking, even if I'm not playing with a civilization that generally benefits from that. Age 3 is where I hit, you know, my power point. However, I've made a lot of mistakes recently, and those mistakes have been not just going to 15 to 20 musks and then invading. I go 15 to 20 musks, but I continue to build musks and don't age to age 3 fast enough, and that gives my opponents time to sort of recover and yeah, come back, I suppose would be what I'm saying there. Now let's just see how this one goes. I've noticed this mistake now. I'm not actually entirely sure if I make this mistake in this game, but let's actually see if that's what happens. So I'm doing my usual. Now I'm switching it between 13 to 14 villagers age up. I have been trying, whilst I've been trying to do this whole rushing thing, age 2 all in with France, which is an awful idea, but I have been doing it. I have been going up with 13 as opposed to 14 villagers, so, you know, there's that. I think 14 is stronger, especially for what I should be doing. And I do seem to be going with 14 now, so that's fine. So I've nearly gotten enough food to age up. Let's see how this goes. Because I think the British need to win this at age 2. I believe that they have a spike in age 2 because, you know, they have a strong age 2 and age 3 I get skirms. So I believe that's where I need to get to. I need to just get to age 3 and survive. Unfortunately, I've been being a bit of a plonker and heavily investing into age 2 when I'm against people like British, which doesn't make any sense. It's worked, but it's worked against people that aren't very good. Doing it all in on age 2 is just so bad, and I need to. This is something that I'm hopefully going to be improving on now. Now that I'm more hyper aware of it, I guess. So we've got our wood that we need for the improvements in the marketplace. We're doing a lovely shot there. I mean, actually, that wasn't that bad. I was being sarcastic. I thought it was a terrible shot, but then I realised it wasn't that bad. Doing our... So he's aged up quite a bit sooner than us. I need to actually get the time in at the top right. I will sort that out. Because that's not what the time is. I'm not even sure what that counter is. FPS or something, perhaps. I'm not sure. So... we are... what are we doing? We're aging up quite a lot behind him. So that's the first warning sign of doing a rush, is that why would I do a rush? Because he's ahead of me now. So in fact, what I could do is do with doing is defending. getting to age 3 and then pushing. Makes much more sense to me. So, let's see how this goes. Another thing to note for myself is that I do build forward bases way too far up. I feel like they're way too far up anyway. I feel like they're a bit greedy. And I do actually find a number of situations where my forward base is so far forward and like the enemy's base is almost next to mine, if not more forward than mine sometimes, if they're being really greedy, so it can get really awkward. So, you know, I've been over-greeding on the forward bases. Why have I not queued up? I've not queued up a musket. Come on, there we go. Especially if you want to do what you're trying to do, which is rush. So I tried to scout here a little bit, just to see what's going on, see what's going on. And I think what pushes my confidence here is the fact that I see all these villages unprotected. I'm thinking, oh yeah, okay, you know, I've got something I can do here. So I've got AFK villagers there. I always like it when I see AFK villagers. Like, I have this like blanket. That's not. I don't know what metaphor I'm using here. I have this thing in my head where I'm like, well, you know, I totally wouldn't idle villagers like that. Yes, I would. Yes, I would. I definitely would do that. But I think that, oh, he's idling villagers. He must be bad. Let's rush him. You know, that's the mentality I think I went with there. And he built a forward base, I guess. Defending his barracks, which I presume is close. I should have thought of this actually. Why has he built this forward base here? I don't think I did much investigations as to why. And I built this hussars because, to be honest, I don't think that's a terrible move here because he is leaving his villagers sort of around his base, hunting, so I feel like that's a decent option. So I switch everyone to food here. I think you know, the thought is here, get to age 3. So perhaps I'm not doing the all-in that I thought I was doing previously. I'm criticising myself and I'm not even doing what I'm criticising myself on. But however, if I wanted to do this, I should have not shipped these hussars and I should have shipped the gold. So yeah, there we go. Case point number 2. So I guess I build the stables in the hope that I can raid a bit more. I'm getting a little bit better at raiding. I wasn't very good at it, but I'm slowly getting there. So that's good. But I've got the horses, the hussars delivered. I'm not even using them yet. There we go. I'm using them now. Send them off over there somewhere. But that's totally delayed my... I mean, I can build more villages. But it's totally delayed what I wanted to do in terms of aging up. If I'd have shipped gold here, I could have aged pretty fast, and I could have pressured him much harder. You know what? This is why I watch replays, because I literally did not surmise this. I didn't realise this is what I did. I genuinely did not realise this is what I did in this game. So I'm destroying his houses. I don't even know why. I don't know where his military base is, barracks is. I have this thing where I'm scared about going into fog of war, so I just don't, I guess, would be the answer. I've got far too many people on food, to be honest, especially because I'll be building skirmishes soon. I need to be switching these off right now. See, he's in Fortress Age, probably around the time that I should have got to Fortress Age. I need to be taking advantage of my stupidity, I suppose. Suppose you'd call it stupidity, honestly. So he's got a little bit of like longbowmen there to keep me at bay, which is totally fair. I think I wander off here to try and see if he's got a TP, because I realised I haven't viewed this area, but he actually doesn't have a TP, so my plan is thwarted as to what I was going to do next. Again, too many people on food. Why have I got 3,000 food? That's just wasted. I think I realise that now and sell it. But now I need to get a lot more people on gold straight away, not tomorrow. Get it on. Oh, what am I doing? Yeah. Yes. That's where they need to be. That is where they need to be. That's where they need to be. So I'm glad I got them on there. I've got my group of units here just to defend, I guess. I'm just so far behind the clock. The clock was actually in my favour, and I could have done. I'm not spoiling anything. I could have done better. I could have done better this game. I'm getting more frustrated with myself the more I've realised how much I've dawdled. This is how beneficial this kind of thing is. Now he's pushing up. He's been in age for ages. So of course he's going to push up. I've just spent all my gold on some premium cavalry that it's going to take ages to build anyway. I mean, he has got a lot of longbowmen, so I don't think it's totally, like, bad. But also the shipment's not there yet for the, there we go, get the Falcons. So I need the Falcons. I need a few cav, to be fair to myself. Cavalry isn't a terrible idea, but everything I believe, like this is what I believe. I believe everything's just behind the clock a little bit too much. I'm a little bit behind in time. So this is why I'm so happy I watched these replays, because honestly I did not realise that this is the reason why I did badly. I thought that I'd done my classic thing of just rushing and just investing in an H2 rush and just staying to it, but it seems that actually I played this sensibly. Well, I played the idea of it sort of sensibly, like the initial idea wasn't a bad idea. However, I'm just too far behind. The shipping of the Hussars as opposed to the gold, I think... Again, I'm not a good player. This is just an analysis. I think that was the game-losing move. I think it was pretty even. Yeah, up until that point, I feel like it was a fairly even fight. But that was the turning point. I think this is how I feel. And I'm not dealing with the houses. I built the cannons, but I don't have any capability to slam any more units. So that's a biggie. That is a biggie. And all I'm doing here is just building units off the units that are dying, which isn't, you know, ideal. I'm just replenishing units that are already there. Now I realise that now, and get my get my wood shipped, but it's too late. I don't know whether I would have shipped the wood instead of the Falcons, but it's quite possible. It's quite possible that it would have been a better move, because it would allow me to it would have allowed. Now this is all I've got now. Look at this little, tiny little rubbish unit here. Get some. Okay, so we lost a lot of cavalry, so obviously we can build some. Oh, we can build some more cavalry. Apparently, I would have built more skirmishers, but maybe I'm scared about him having some cavalry himself. I don't know. Got the words. Who am I going to get to collect it? Probably nobody, right? Oh no. Okay, I'm actually getting somebody to collect it. I'm not a total invalid. But this delay on building houses, another pivotal point, I find, or I think. Again, I'm not an expert, but I think that the shipping, the not shipping that 1,000 wood instead of getting the Falcons instead, I felt that was also a pivotal point. That's really good. I got rid of both those cannons, but this would have been really good if I had the ability to build units. Another barracks would have also not gone amiss. Now I'm sending my cavalry into Mersk, because I'm not sure if that's a great idea. I should have sent them into the Jaegers. But I think by the time I realised the Jaegers are behind me, the cavalry are caught up in getting snared. I'm getting those units to build that. So I'm trying to push my advantage, but look, I've got no one on gold at the moment. What's happened to my gold gatherers? They're AFK. Not good enough. Not good enough. It's all too little too late, unfortunately. I'm doing another TP with the extra word, which isn't a bad idea, but I seem to be just behind the game constantly, and if you look at the score differences, it's not looking too peachy. So let's see how it goes.
Oui, je le ferai. Oui, chasseur. Je le chasseur. Bonjour, votre ordre? Oui. Oui,
And
chasseur.
I mean, I am building, you know, villagers still, not as consistently as I should be, but I am building them. The problem is now he probably got cannons. I should probably be going for dragoons, not either of those. Sorry, not either hussars or the I can't say their name. Really strong cavalry is what I call them. So yeah, there you go. I don't know why I sent him on berries, but there you go. I'm not sure what other options I had there. I'm not sure if that was the best option. It gives my skirmishers a little bit more power against his musks, but the skirmishers have already got the advantage against the musks. Let's face it, they've already got that advantage. What else could I have gotten there? And I'd need to look at my shipments. It may have been a shipment of cavalry, maybe a shipment of anti-cav. There could have been lots of other options to choose from there. I think going for the upgrades to the infantry was not the most viable option. Again, I may be wrong. I mean, why am I now choosing to go for these? It doesn't make any sense. And he's gone to industrial. Yeah, and I realise at this stage that I'm pretty screwed, so I think I'm panicking and just trying to make something happen. I don't want his units to get even more powerful than they were. So I guess I'm hitting the panic button. And there we go. There's the cannons that I knew that was going to be there. He would defend them with his musks. I just take out quite a lot, and I've not got any coming. I'm not producing any. My micro is just not good enough here. This game was so much closer than I thought it would be, actually. Like, I remember it in such a different light than I'm seeing right now. Way different light. The small, tiny mistakes that I made. I'm not gonna have to even go over this. I'm going over it now, but I have to go over it again. Honestly, that's honestly what I'm gonna have to do. Because, oh, no, I remember now. This is the pivotal point. It's the rockets. Absolutely destroyed me. And what did they go for here? Why? Ship the dragoons. You got 5 dragoons. Oh, goodness me. 5 dragoons, man. Why improve the cavalry that you can barely even build? Yeah, this isn't good. Yeah, the rockets absolutely took me by surprise. I haven't seen rockets because obviously I haven't got into industrial age in my games very often. Yeah. Oh goodness me. Yeah. Cavalry and rockets. This is GG. If I should have just. Yeah. I'm even hovering, like, I'll just keep building them. So I've got the rockets now, but now I've got his hussars to deal with, and despite the fact that I've got more of a mass, despite the fact that I've got stronger cavalry, he's got more of a mass. Yeah, I was hovering resign there. I think I've seen the score differences, and I think I've realised what's happening. And there we go. That was the game. Thank you for watching. I have a lot to work on.